Hi everyone, welcome to lesson 6 this week. Hope you had an enjoyable weekend and ready to get going once again. I think this is another great topic this week, very practical. The two main concepts we're going to talk about this week are decision making and goal setting. Sometimes they're some of the hardest things for us to do, but sometimes some of the most critical skills that we need, and I think some defining characteristics of successful people are being able to do these two things. So you're going to start off reading some great talks and watching some great talks about decision making, goal setting, and then it's going to be very, very personal. You're going to do a lot of work that's about you, and you get to choose the area, whether it's professional or spiritual or social or any of your life that you really want to improve in, or decisions you need to make. It's very applicable, very personal. So I hope that's helpful. Most things are going to be, as we talked last week, pretty normal in terms of the activities and what you're doing. So I'm just going to review the application activity because once again it's the more complicated, but maybe a little less complicated in the past couple weeks on this. So I'll just run you through it here really quick. First off, it's referring to a couple of the talks, both President Faust and Mother Ballard, that you will have read earlier in the lesson. And then it takes you through a kind of step-by-step process about making decisions and setting some goals. So initially you're going to kind of think about what area of your life you want to improve in and make an achievement, whether that's personal, career, educational, your family, anything like that. And then you're going to start to consider options. So you want kind of a question in your mind that has two possibilities, at least two. Maybe there's more. Maybe there's 3 or 4. And start thinking about what are all the pros and cons of taking different directions on this. So don't choose something that just has one obvious answer. Choose something that has multiple possible answers to it, and kind of go through that a little bit. And then, once you kind of know the path you want to take, you're going to create a goal to help you get there. And something that's really important this week, you're going to see it mentioned again and again, is it needs to be SMART goal. And you're going to read what that criteria is, but it's different than most goals that we've probably set in the past. So make sure you understand what SMART stands for and that your goal has all the parts of it. So that's going to be maybe an adjustment from any goal setting you've done in the past. And then once you've kind of set your SMART goal, you take it to the Lord in prayer to see if that's the direction that He wants you to go at this time. So pretty cool. The actual written activity, just take note of this, that each of the things needs to be numbered. It's easier for you to make sure you've got everything done. A lot easier for me to grade when I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way through 8 on this assignment. Make sure it's numbered in your paragraphs, and then 2 and the next one. It's just easier for both of us to do that. So it'll just take you through that step. You're basically going to record the experience you had of choosing a decision you need to make, considering the options, making a selection, setting a goal, and it's going to take you through the SMART criteria piece by piece in order to make sure it's measurable, attainable, relevant. Make sure these answers are well thought out. Once again, this is how I see how much effort you're putting in. If it's single sentence answers, not going to receive full credit on an assignment like this. And then 8, you're going to just talk about kind of the spiritual aspect of making these choices and decisions. So anyways, I think it's pretty straightforward. It doesn't have quite as many moving parts as the past couple weeks have. So I hope it's clear, but if there's any other questions with this or anything else this week, please let me know. I think you guys are awesome, and I look forward to reading your work this week.